Good afternoon, Bikashi. Good afternoon, Bikashi.
Oh, sorry, I was talking in mute. Yeah, I'm not sure whether my voice has been recorded so far, but yeah, I was just doing a quick recap of this like the previous day. So I was talking about the how we can add the frictions, and there could be multiple layer of frictions that innovatively we need to add. Right.
Yeah,
Then the third step we will be starting today. Before that, yeah, this is also um, something which actually we need to ask, like, how could you add friction to eliminate unwanted behaviors? To eliminate unwanted behaviors, which is actually creating the user distraction in us. Look at your list of cans. Next to each of them, write down specific things you could do to add friction. This is something the first as a first step we need to do, and the other way is also required, and that is look at the list of cans to write down things you could do to eliminate friction. That means make it easy to do. In the cans list, whatever is there, those need to be done so that we can do those activities more easily. Right. So this two list also need to.
Bikashi, you are not audible. I can't hear you.
Hello,
Good afternoon,
good
Milinji.
afternoon. Hi.
Bikashi has joined, but somehow I think maybe network problem.
Yeah. Sumaya, are you on any other groups as well, like Fail
Yes,
group?
yes, yes. I think it is only because of you only. You sent I don't know, on WhatsApp message that it perhaps it was a challenge or book reading, and I joined that. It is
Ah,
B
okay.
Club, B Club.
B Club, yeah.
Yeah,
So
in
I'm
the
part of,
morning.
yeah, I'm part of this group, Bikaji's group, Fail group, and B group, which are all three are related to books reading and improvement.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. They are also very nice.
Yeah.
Morning, I daily join that.
Yeah. So you do join their morning sessions as well, Sunday?
Yes. No, not on Sunday, but Monday to Friday mornings,
Ah,
I
yeah,
do
yeah, on
join.
B group, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
great.
yes.
That's all good. Hello, because hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah,
Actually, my internet got
yeah.
disconnected and it got dropped. Yeah. So good, cool. Let's continue where we
Yes,
left.
yeah.
We were continuing from step three, and step three is all about start first thing in the morning. And something similar sounds like eat that frog at the first thing in the morning. So let's explore what is that author is about to say here. The third and the final step is simply to get started. This is the most important step, I would say. To simply get started should not be only planning and planning. I recommend you to start first thing in the morning before becoming overly stimulated. I have noticed that if I check my phone or access the internet often, waking up, I will probably become more distracted. I also recommend you create a morning routine to help you start your day on a positive note. This is very, very important actually. This is the plan, the can plan kind of. If we have the plan ready, which we should be doing, our mind is automatically navigated towards that. Otherwise, if we do not have a plan, then the strong focus cannot be achieved, and over the long term, a simple morning routine can make a massive difference in your life. What about you? What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Does this help you remain calm and focused, or does it lead you to feel overstimulated and result in procrastination? So we need to ask this question again and again. If it is leading us to feel overstimulated, if and is it resulting in procrastination? That we need to ask. And to establish your morning routine, write down 2 or 3 simple things you could do each morning. You will use these activities to kickstart your dopamine detox, and hopefully, you will stick to the routine over the long term. Remember that the routine should deepen your focus rather than stimulate you. The routine should deepen your focus rather than stimulate you. So, those kind of activities only we need to choose which will make us more focused towards achieving the goal, the meaningful goal that we have in our journey, right? Short term to mid term to long term. This sequence also we have discussed how it has to be planned. That all everything we have discussed in the Saturday session now. So author is giving some examples. For instance, you could meditate, stretch, listen to some relaxation music, write down your goals for the day, write down 3 things you are grateful for, or repeat positive affirmations. All these are very effective activities to keep ourselves start very strong, right? And also the kind of dopamine it releases, if it releases, is always welcome. Now, let's come to the action steps. Using your action guide, create a simple daily routine to follow during your dopamine detox and beyond. To sum up, in order to implement a successful dopamine detox, you should identify your biggest temptations. This is the first step that we have already discussed, and or our distractions. Distractions also we need to identify. The temptation and distraction are almost similar. From the temptation, we induce to the distraction. And write them down on the sheet of paper. Then make sure you put the sheet in a prominent position. This is very, very important. It should be visible to the eyes. Out of vision is out of sight is out of mind. And second is make unwanted behaviors harder to engage in by adding frictions. So adding friction is the second step. Very important step. that is tuning our environment. And the third is make desired behavior easier to engage in by reducing friction. So for the canned list, whatever is listed for them, for each activity, we need to list how I can make it easier to do. And the fourth step is implement a simple morning routine to calm your mind and start your day with a low level of stimulation. Low level of stimulation. Maybe it is a boring task that we need to choose, which mind might think initially is as boring. That's perfectly fine, as long as it is contributing towards our overall well-being, and in long run it will definitely increase our focus and productivity. Now decide whether you want to do a 48-hour or a 24-hour or a partial detox. Then identify the main sources of stimulation you will eliminate as you go through your detox. For the 48-hour and the 24-hour detox, try removing most, if not all, source of stimulation. For partial, he has not said, but definitely for the 48-hour and 24 hours, we need to remove most of the source of stimulation. Why not all? Maybe phone is also biggest contributor in that, but unless until we have planned it well, we might not actually. Yeah, the Saturday and Sunday are good actually when there is no office pressure and office commitments. Those time actually we can get rid of complete abstinence of stimulations. Many a times I do what I do not carry my phone to the meditation center and I just have very good nice time there. So that's kind of qualifies a complete detox. Stay away from the internet, refrain from gambling, avoid watching TV. These are few of the things which we need to avoid, must to avoid. Stop playing video games, eat light dinner. Now author is coming to, but we should be doing light meals and sugar-free meals and free from processed food. Turn off your phone and so on. For the partial detox, strive to remove your biggest source of distraction. For partial detox, since the time period is smaller or shorter, we can actually definitely remove the biggest source of distraction, and we must keep experimenting in that manner. To make the most of your dopamine detox, below are a few tips that will help you maximize the benefits you will obtain from your dopamine detox. First is taking notes, a kind of journaling, right? During your dopamine detox, I encourage you to take notes. If you feel restless, write it down. If you experience an urge to check your phone or to watch video,
Vikashi, we can't hear you.
Yeah, must be some internet issue.
Hmm.
yeah, sorry again, I think I had lost
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
the connection. So I'm sharing my screen again, and I hope I was able to cover till take notes. before the connection was
No,
through.
this whole was not only starting few lines of take notes.
Yeah, so I will be restarting from the taking notes.
Yep.
So this is something like doing journaling. So during your dopamine detox, I encourage you to take notes if you feel restless. And this is also quite possible. We might feel restless because we are not giving the thing which makes the boredom away, right? The boredom is actually a good thing that mind should also experience. If we embrace that, then we might initially encounter restlessness. But what is the feeling that we are having during that time? We need to write it down, and that way we can deal with it efficiently. If you experience an urge to check your phone or to watch videos, write this down too. Okay, that urge, whenever we feel what we are feeling, that we need to write. Writing down is wonderful way actually, wonderful way to declutter our mind and confront our emotions. The author is saying that way you will be able to identify your biggest source of stimulation and learn more about way your brain works, because we are interacting directly with the most vulnerable part of our brain during that time. Second part is reflect on your life. When we are constantly busy and overstimulated, we sometimes fail to take a step back. We cannot see the forest for the trees. Use your dopamine detox as a way to zoom out. To do so, reflect on your goals. What goals are you pursuing? What goals are you pursuing? And are the right ones for you? The perfect time actually to reflect. Are you making progress towards them each day? And if you keep doing what you are doing, will you reach them? Very, very important question. If we keep doing the things that we are doing these days effortlessly, are we reaching towards the destination or going away just in the opposite direction? Assess how you are using your time. Are you being truly productive each day? And for that, what is required is time tracking, 24 hours time tracking. So I have a very effective way of capturing the time in a time tracker. I especially have designed that very effective tracker for my personal coaching clients. So similarly, you can also develop something innovatively which will help you to capture the time that you kind of indulge, because many a times we do not know how we are spending our time throughout the day, and that is the biggest reason of failure. Before we can design our day, we need to first know how we are spending our time. So the tracker actually is very innovative, wherein actually the space is there for reflection, reflective questions are also there along the way to make the journey, to make the activity very enjoyable. So idea is to anyhow track the whole 24 hours of the day. The next question that we can ask is, do you spend time on things that matters? Which activities are or projects do you really need to focus on? Which ones do you want to stop doing? Which ones do you want to stop doing? Right? Ask this question as well. Then self reflect. Are you where you want to be in life? Right? Are you where you want to be in life? What inner work could you do to improve yourself? That planning also can be done. What inner work? Many times we focus only on the outer tangible goals, but for that to achieve, what changes internally we need to bring. For that also we need to plan, and for that self-reflection is very important. Okay, we can complete this. If you have any problems or worries, write them down alongside potential solutions. Just putting your thoughts on a paper can help you declutter your mind and gain clarity. This is because it's difficult to address thoughts that stay in your mind. You tend to ruminate on them. On other hand, writing them down makes them more concrete. It helps clarify your thinking by giving words to your thoughts or worries. You can address them more easily. Very true. I encourage you to take a pen and a sheet of paper and answer the questions above. In the absence of highly stimulating activities, you will be calmer and more relaxed, and this in turn will allow you to develop greater insight. And definitely, once we do, let's use this platform to share our experiences in the process. More generally speaking, dedicating time to thinking each week can make major difference in your life. It can prevent you making big mistakes and save you a great deal of time and energy. Therefore, refuse to let busyness be an excuse to avoid reflecting on your life. This is the biggest mistake that many times we do, right? We need to refuse to let busy maybe on the things which seems to be urgent and important, but might not actually always. So identify your fears. Finally, our not-ending search, our never-ending search for stimulation is often an attempt to hide our fears. Reflect on this point. Very, very important. It could be possible that it is something which we are avoiding, some fear we are trying to hide from. Being busy enables us to avoid having to face unpleasant feelings, right? To avoid having unpleasant feelings and scary truths about ourselves. Thus, if you notice certain disempowering thoughts or underlying fears, write them down too. Right? So we need to write if what are the disempowering thoughts or underlying fears, which is the cause of those feelings. So we need to write them down too. And this completes chapter 4 and part 5 or chapter 5 will be starting from tomorrow. Now I am inviting all of you to share your thoughts, your main takeaways from today's session.
Yeah,
Yes.
because yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, please, you go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, no, today's chapter, yeah, author gives very step by step, the process how to go and do the inner reflection, then what are the question you need to ask. And I really completely believe in the very last line in the chapter what we read today is uh, you you engage in your busyness. It is actually you are going or engaging yourself in all the external distraction is actually you are running away from your fears. You're distracting yourself by just replacing these things. You don't want to face those fears, so that is really key, and only way to come out of it is inner reflection. Yeah, so this book really gives you that kind of in-depth analysis how to do it. Otherwise people just talk about the external things, the changes, etc., which is not that possible without doing the internal reflection, and this book helps in that way. What question to ask, which are the area to check. Yeah, so really good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, and today's reading was about uh, reflection, basically, that whether we are on track in aligned to our goals or not. What time we spend in a day, is that productive enough that it is aligned with our goals? So basically, all the activities that were told we need to reflect by writing. Writing was stressed, especially that by writing all those fears and have a true analysis of what we do. So that is very necessary.
Yeah, and the author, when others says it is a busyness, yes, nowadays, everyone seems to be busy. Everyone says busy in office as well. People looks busy. They are on their desk. They are in front of keyboard and all that. But this is the common observation I'm doing for many years. But in reality, if you see, our mind is not, as we know that attention span is already reduced. So even people are there in their desk and all that, their mind is elsewhere. They are not actually in their work. So this is kind of the pretendance everyone nowadays do. They show them they are busy, but actually speaking they are not. Their mind is always this thing. So I always use this term, and we need to check in our life. If I work from 9 to 5, really, how many productive work which I do in that 8 hours. If office pays me, and how much time actually available. So when people say that we don't have time and all that, is actually completely false. Means, yeah, I don't say on their face, but yeah, you can
Hmm.
observe that when I speak with my boss, and when we are in a meeting, many people are scrolling their iPhones, and they're this thing. When you are on Zoom call, etc., many people are actually not paying attention to this thing. So yeah, people looks busy. Definitely, I don't want to be part of that. If I'm not doing my work, then definitely then engage yourself in the positive activity which we discussing in this book. Let's spend that time on your personal development or reading or whatever you want to do. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, very true. That's so true.
Very true. Great. So let's meet again tomorrow. Until then, have a great day ahead.
Thank you, Sumanji. Thank you, Bikaji. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you. Thank you,
Cheers. Thank
Vikashji.
you.
Thank you.